This is my spaceship encounter. So, right after I became a believer, it might have been 1992 or 1993, I seen a spaceship in Fort Myers in the sky. A lot of people seen that spaceship that morning. So here's what happened. My brother came down to visit me and work with me for a while. Pressure washing. During pressure washing season in Florida. And I had a little pressure washing gig. He came down to help me anyway. Every springtime, about March or April, I would slow down because the Northerners would go back home. And so he got a regular job while he was staying with me. One morning, we went out. He was getting ready for work. We went out to have a cigarette. Remember, this was back when I was a lukewarm Christian. We went out in the garage to smoke, so he took off, and I noticed he left his cigarettes there, so I went out to holler at him, "Hey Bob, hey man, hey, you left your cigarettes," but he was already gone. So I looked up in the sky because it was kind of cloudy out, and I seen this huge spaceship in the sky. It was huge. It looked like a small town or something up in the sky, but I knew it was some kind of spacecraft. And then when I watched the news, it pretty shook me up. It shook me up pretty bad. I never seen anything like it. I watched the news at lunchtime, and they said a lot of people seen a spacecraft in the air. And then when my brother Bob got home from work, I was really excited. I said, "Hey Bob, guess what I seen?" He said, "A UFO." I'm like, "No, really, guess what I seen?" He said, "Yeah, UFO," because a lot of people at my work seen the UFO. So that was my encounter with a actual spaceship that I've seen in the sky. Now, people can say it's Project Bluebeam or whatever, but I think it's really another entities from the other dimension, possibly hell. Could be the fallen angel technology. Actual spaceships are coming, though, I think. So when they do come, they're going to say that they created us, and they're going to deceive a lot of Christians. And I'll tell you a dream I had maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I'm not sure. In the dream, these pillars of clouds came down, like 4 pillars of clouds. They were like round, thick clouds. They came down and they smashed to the ground. And they were just pillars of clouds standing there. 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4, I don't remember. And they looked very apocalyptic, like something out of an apocalyptic movie in my dream. And then behind the clouds came spaceships. And the spaceships started shooting like laser beams to make stuff blow up. And all I remember in my dream is running. And I'm running into this building to try to get protection. And I have these gospel tracts. And I knew in my dream I had to get these gospel tracts out before we got blown to smithereens. So the reason I'm making this video is I think they're coming. I think they're already here. A lot of people are seeing these things in the air. There are more and more and more sightings. What they do is they come into our atmosphere, then they disappear. It's like they come into our dimension, then they disappear. But I think when the keys to the bottomless pit are open, they're going to be able to stay in our atmosphere longer. I don't know. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think.